Hold on, I will be right back in a moment. Well, looks like I'm back, and nothing interesting's really happened so far, so... Looks like we're off starting the race, and pretty much how we're doing this exactly is that at the beginning, this is the parlor room, and initiate the first part of, you know, the game, we gotta blow out those candles, so... Looks like Foop's candles are almost a second or so faster than Sammy's, so... Looks like we got a lead on Foop right now. So... We're gonna switch our audio over to Foop. So pretty much you'll see here that they'll be like entering their Game Boy Horror, and pretty much what this does is that if you're like looking away from the ghost in the Game Boy Horror, usually when a ghost spawns by Luigi, Luigi will have like the scared animation or whatever. So by entering the Game Boy Horror, we could just skip that animation so we can get our flashlight on the first frame that the ghost is available to show his heart. So it's not completely necessary at all, but sometimes it can save like milliseconds. So. And, you know, milliseconds over time and stuff usually adds up to quite a bit of time. Ooh, looks like we're gonna get these tasty doubles. So pretty much what we're doing here is that we're positioning Luigi in a certain position so we can get both the ghosts to line up properly. And this is actually the only, I believe the only pair of ghosts that we don't line up for a double, like in the game that you could line up for a double. Oh, no, there's another ghost pair, but we'll get to that later. So pretty much what we're doing here is that when those garbage ghosts spawn, since the garbage ghosts, the big green globs, they don't have a hitbox, so when Luigi runs into them, they just get pushed or kicked, so we don't have to worry about it, so we can just kick them right into the golden ghosts. Anyways, looks like Sammy's a little bit ahead of Foop here. A little unfortunate that Foop missed a double, but it's Area 1, anything could happen. Now we're going to be moving on to the main meets of Area 1, where we got our first introduction to these portrait ghosts, and they're a bit unique. They have certain characteristics, or certain like little puzzles you got to do to solve them to suck them up. So first one here, we got Neville the Ghost. So pretty much with this ghost, you got to like, Luigi's got to face away from the ghost and wait for Neville to yawn so he can show his heart so we can suck him up. Now we're going to be moving on to our second portrait ghost, Lydia, and she does not like the wind. So what we're going to do is that we're going to pull back these curtains, and I don't know why she has a shattered window, but she does. I don't think that shattered window would, with the curtains over it, would protect her from the wind, but whatever is clever, I guess. But we're going to be moving on to the end of Area 1 soon. One thing to mention, if you're curious, is that you'll notice that they're playing in the Japanese version of the game, because the Japanese version is about 25 to 30 seconds faster than the English version, because there's some text skips in the game where you can skip texts that come from EGAT after you suck up a boo, and there's a couple text skips in the JP version that are exclusive to the Japanese version. And also text speed in many areas is a little bit faster than the English version, so overall it saves about 25 to 30 seconds. Now we're going to be moving on to an area boss. It's another type of portrait ghosts, but they transfer you to these like arenas or whatever where you gotta suck them up. I guess you gotta fight them to the death, Luigi. Get them. But anyways, we're going to be moving on to the spooky ghost Chauncey. Who knows why Chansey's, I don't know, the strongest ghost in Area 1, but it's whatever. Anyways, we'll be seeing that we're going to be dodging these rocking horses, and you'll notice that we're getting our vacuum out early to preemptively aim or set up a ball catch for Chauncey. So pretty much what happens is that Chauncey like throws down these bouncy balls into his crib, and we can catch them mid-air, so that's pretty useful for saving quite a bit of time. And you also notice that they just got intentionally hit by Chauncey to drop their coins just because we don't need money in this category. And I'll explain that in a little bit. So with this rocking horse that just came by, we intentionally get hit by it because Luigi has invulnerability frames after he gets hit by anything. So he just can't be damaged for like a short amount of time. So that allows us to grab the second ball out of the air, which you saw Sammy do. Unfortunately, Foop didn't get it, but not too big of a deal. Anyways, we're gonna be moving on to another part of the game. So pretty much after every area, in between every area, you get these in-between area cutscenes where Luigi transfers his ghosts into portraits for them to live the rest of their lives in a painting. It's a little cruel, but yeah, no, it's just cruel. Imagine that being a free spirit and then all of a sudden you're trapped in a painting in a gallery for people to look at you. That's pretty cruel. Anyways, after all these paintings are transferred, Luigi's gonna count up his money, and since both Foop and Sammy picked up pearls, it's gonna count the money. But usually, if you don't pick up any pearls and you don't have any money, there's no money to count up in between the cutscenes, so it just doesn't count it up, and you save like about a second. It's not that big of a deal at all. Nobody needs that second, but it's always nice. And pretty much whenever that happens, we call it low percent. Now we're going to be going to the bathroom in the top left corner. Interesting pathing from Foop. They're pretty much neck and neck right now, actually. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to... these are the grabber ghosts of the game. There's 3 variants of them, but pretty much what we do there is that we intentionally let them grab onto Luigi, and we use the C stick to very, like, shake it around in a circle or just spin it around really fast to shake off the ghost into the other one. It's honestly one of my favorite double setups. The pathing from both these guys is just super funky. So now we're gonna be moving on to like one of, honestly the hardest, like one of the hardest doubles to get in the game. So what we have to do here is that we have to pull off the masks of these Shy Guys, and when we do that, it allows us to shine them with our flashlight to show their heart. Looks like both of them are gonna get them all the doubles, but they entered about the same time, but Foop did it a lot faster than Sammy did, and you can see how much of a difference it really makes. We're about to see real soon. So here is the dancers, and pretty much they're kind of BS sometimes because there's this part where that's completely RNG, where the dancers can show their heart 10 seconds earlier than usual, and we call that early release. And you could see that Foop got it while Sammy didn't, and it's really unfortunate when you're doing a tournament race and one runner doesn't get it, because it's just you're losing 10 seconds for no reason. So it kind of sucks. I expect this not to be that big of a deal, because a lot of things could happen. So you just saw them run up to that top left corner up there, which is kind of weird, and they held out their vacuum and started sucking up against the wall. But actually that's a hidden wall, and behind that hidden wall is usually a poster that covers a button that releases the booze. But some time ago, somebody found out that you could actually suck up that poster through the wall, and it saves about 6 or 7 seconds to do it then versus when you light up the room. Anyways, we're gonna be moving on to the most BS part of Luigi's Mansion. This is when we release the boos, which is not fun because where the boos spawn in rooms. So pretty much the way the boos work is that they'll hide in pretty much almost every room in the mansion. And they just kind of hide in random objects in those rooms. So pretty much what we have to do is look for the boos in these objects by either shaking them with our vacuum or letting Luigi knock on them. And pretty much where they spawn is completely RNG. So kind of not fun to deal with, but it's not too big of a deal because once you learn like certain patterns or just movement throughout the rooms, which objects to check, and just how to read the radar, at most you're not really losing that much time to the RNG factor. So you'll see another thing that, wow, Foop's RNG is just so much better than Sammy's right now. So pretty much, you saw that Foop pulled off the tablecloth in that past room just a little bit to hang off the table. And when he sucked up the boo, he ran back into the tablecloth. And doing that while sucking up the boo right after, you can skip the text that EGAD usually gives you. And you saw that Sammy actually didn't get the RNG for it, which kind of sucked. But saves about, what, 6 seconds or so, because the EGAD text is longer than normal because you guys trying to explain what the boos are. Oof. Wow, Sammy's just not having the greatest time here. Foop's playing fairly well, though. So now we're just gonna continue to look for our boos. And for us to progress the story here to the next part, we do have to collect 5 of them. So, not horribly far apart, but it's not looking good for Sammy so far in the area too. Oh, I think... Oh my, he was in the other chair. Rip Foop. Foop's a little upset. So if you notice that you actually can't activate 2 objects the boo is in at like the same time. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's just how it works. So just because of that, it kind of put Sammy a little bit closer to Foop, so like I said, anything can happen. Just ignore the crying toad, we actually don't need him. He doesn't do anything useful for us. We just need the key that he dropped in the toilet. Now we're going to be coming up on our first element of the game, and pretty much what the elements are these like you know, fire, water, ice. They're just things that we can shoot out of Luigi's vacuum, so we got to collect these medallions to be able to unlock these abilities. And the first medallion, the fire medallion, is actually in this mirror room. And we'll be actually seeing our second variant of the grabber ghosts here. They're blue and invisible in this room, but like the way that we they intended this to work is for them to be seen in the mirror there. But since the ghosts spawn in the same place every time, we know where they are, so we don't need to use the mirror to find them. Looks like Foop's gonna get the fire medallion. So, oh no. Okay, please Foop, you're scaring me. Okay, he's got it. So what we did there is that we caught the boo, and then we ran back into the fire medallion. And doing that registers that Luigi's got the fire medallion now. So what we can do is that since we caught the boo, EGAD will ask us to save the game. And we just saved the game. And oh no, Sammy's gonna lose that boo. That's unfortunate. That's gonna be quite a bit of time lost for Sammy. But pretty much that strat saves about 6 seconds versus picking up, catching the boo, picking up the medallion, and then lighting up the candles in the mirror room to unlock the doors. You'll be seeing Sammy do that right now, actually. Saves about 6 seconds versus that. Now we're gonna be catching another portrait ghost, the butler. I don't know why he holds a candlestick or why he's afraid of fire. It doesn't make sense because there's candles all over the mansion with fire on it, but for some reason he's just particularly afraid of that. Who knows? Doesn't make sense to me. Now we're gonna be in the laundry room. Oh no, Foop's gonna get scared by that left ghost. Oh no, yeah, no, sometimes if you get scared by that left ghost, it can make setting that up kind of difficult. Looks like he's just gonna opt to get Butler versus clearing that room. Just because the Butler can be spawning, you have to go all the way back out in the hallway to catch him. So that's gonna give Sammy a little bit of time on Foop. Yeah, he's just gonna go back in there. Hopefully he catches the boo while he's in there since he's in there anyways. Hopefully, that would be the smart play. Come on, do it. Nope, he did not. He did not. So optimally there, if you're in a situation like that where you didn't clear the laundry room and you go back in there after getting Butler, you'd want to get the boo just because like you're in there anyways. You don't want to like have to re-enter the room multiple times. Or more than you have to. Oh, you forgot the... Oh no. Dude, no way! He's so lucky the boo didn't leave. Oh my gosh. So you'll be seeing that text skip where he catches the boo and goes back into the mouse hole. And that skips Egad's text. Wow, Foop is just choking hard here. Oh my. Now we're going to clear the hidden room, and I feel like this is probably a good time to explain something that you may be wondering, is that how are we keeping the boos in one position? And pretty much, there's this thing where the boos cackle, where you hear their, like, little cry, and every 10 HP, you can actually, like, so pretty much you hold the L trigger and the R trigger at the same time, and, what this does is that when you let go of the R trigger, Luigi doesn't put his vacuum away, and he just uses the exhaust on his vacuum instead. And same if, like, if you're exhausting the vacuum... Oh, is he gonna get this? Oh, no. Unfortunate, but... he's, like, reactivating the vacuum quickly, and every 10 HP on the boo, you just reactivate the vacuum quickly, and it keeps the boo in place, but you can only do this 15 times. So, optimally, you can only take off 150 HP off a boo with R pumping. Now we're going to be moving on to Melody's room. Pretty much to get her to show we gotta knock on all the instruments in her room. Just keep in mind right now that even though Sammy and Foop look close right now, Sammy's got maybe 15 seconds behind. Like, he's missing the boo, so he's got quite a bit of time lost versus Foop. So it's a little unfortunate, but anything can happen in Area 3 too. So Foop could get really far behind in Area 3 possibly. So. Ooh, looks like he's gonna get the boo right out. Looks like he's just gonna opt to do the safe instead of getting the chest open with the key. Oh wow, that's not being nice to Sammy. Unfortunate for Sammy. Boo find was a little rough. Foop doing pretty good so far. Little mess ups, but nothing too major. Oh no, that's not good. Not going to cost him too much time though. So now we're going to be getting the second element of the game, the water element, and this is going to allow us to shoot water out of Luigi's vacuum. And we're going to use this water here first to extinguish the water on the door there. Oof. I think he literally just switched back into the washing machine. No, he's in the table. That's really unfortunate. Those switches suck is when he goes back, or the switch in this room just sucks when he goes back into the table, or he just goes into the tablecloth. Because it takes so long to get the tablecloth out. And most likely you've already checked another spot before that. Now we're going to be getting another portrait ghost, Spoopy the dog. And Spoopy the dog is not a good dog, actually. I don't know why he wants to fight Luigi, but he does. So pretty much what we do here is that we dodge 2 of his attacks, or charges, and then we intentionally let him grab onto Luigi on the 3rd one, just because it positions Spooky the dog in a good way for the bone from, I don't know, let's call him Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones' bone after sucking him up. So, like, pretty much instantly after you get the bone on the ground, Spoopy's ready to pick it up. Now we're going to be moving on to Area Boss 2, Bogmire. He has many nicknames, many of which I cannot say on stream, but just know there are many nicknames for this boss. But he's a quite interesting area boss just because he can be quite difficult to one-cycle. So what we have to do here is that we have to suck up his black gunk and shoot it at the real Bogmire. When shooting it at the real Bogmire, lets Bogmire show his heart. And pretty much, wow, Foop's got a really good start here. Yeah, it looks like he's going to get a nice one cycle there. He had pretty good control. Not the best damage optimization, but, you know, getting the one cycle is definitely more important than that, so. Ooh, looks like Sammy's going to get it too. Yes. Dude, that's awesome. Both of them got it. So the reason that Ghost can be really difficult to one cycle is because he pulls back against Luigi so strongly, so if you just pull back in the wrong direction once, it can really make one cycling him really difficult. I really hope Sammy doesn't forget to grab Mirror Room Boo in Area 3 when he goes to get Clairvoyant. That would be really unfortunate. We're going to be seeing this cutscene again, but we're going to be moving on to Area 3. This is looking good for Foop so far. Just play nice Area 3 Foop. And you too, Sammy. Now we're going to be using that big key that we got from Big Boy Bogmire to open up Big Boy door that's green in the top left corner. So we're going to be seeing the ladder skip here. I'm just going to call it ladder skip for the sake of it, but pretty much if you like hold out Luigi's vacuum while backing up into a ladder, or just towards a ladder, it just skips Luigi climbing down it, which saves quite a bit of time. Now we're gonna be seeing Mario trapped in the painting. Now we know our real goals. These are Luigi's Mansion goals. Ooh, interesting. He could have gotten the key from where he was standing, but he decided to be safe and back up. Oh, no stumble skip for Foop. Wow, Sammy stumbled there. That's so odd. Oh wow, stumble skip for Sammy though. So pretty much what stumble skip is, or just stumbling in general, is when Luigi, like, I'm trying to think of a word, like kind of like repositions himself and such. Or like it kind of looks like Luigi fell and he's like landing. And that animation's about like a second long, so getting it's not fun. Oh my gosh, he's gonna go for the tech skip. Actually, that's not, wow. That wasn't bad, actually. That was... Hopefully you can get this, jeez. So you're gonna be seeing that tech skip setup where he pulled up the tablecloth at the same time he was like flipping onto the ceiling. And usually, I think the only person that I see do that RTA is Blue Hits, just because it's really hard to do optimally. Can lose time if you don't do it well. Oh wow, unfortunate for Foop not finding that boo in there. Oh, get the ice, Foop. Don't let it go away. Is he gonna get the tech skip though? Yes, he is. Wow, that wasn't that bad. Looks like we're gonna be disturbing Petunia's bath. Unfortunate for Petunia, but you gotta go Petunia. Wasting all the water bills. Just wasting away. Now we're gonna be moving on to Nana's room. And Nana can be... Wow, that was interesting. Interesting yarn ball. So pretty much what we have to do is knock on the stand there, or the little table there, to knock off Nana's yarn balls, and we gotta use them against her. So we gotta use them like missiles to hit Nana. Ooh. Please, please, Foop. You got this. Just be safe. Don't lose the boo. Okay, it looks like he's got it. He's just gonna play it safe. He's not gonna do none of them key shenanigans. Oh no, Sammy, please! No, Sammy! Wow, that boo just, it didn't... That boo looked like it didn't know what to do. It just kind of sat there and was like, do I want to leave or do I want to stay? It just didn't know what to do. Oh no. Hopefully he goes up. Please go up. I think he went in. Oh my, that's really bad. I don't think he went back to Nana's room. I don't think he did. Did he? Nope. Oh my, that's a lot of time loss. Because he's got to go to Aunt's room later to go pick up that boo. Jeez. I think he's losing maybe like 30 seconds there. So far, this is actually like looking like a pretty good pace for Foop. To be honest, that triple didn't look like it should have worked, but it did. Oh, he went back to where the decoy was. So it looks like Foop, or not Foop, sorry, Sammy's got 2 boos to recover now. So now we're gonna be seeing Moonshot, where there's the moon inside Luigi's mansion for some reason. We gotta pick up these, like, shooting stars and shoot them at the moon. Foop, that angle's good? No, oh no. He had a good angle, like, 3 times there. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So pretty much every time you miss this Moonshot, loses about 10 seconds. It's a little unfortunate for Foop. As far as I know, I think Foop's always had a little bit of trouble with the Moonshot, just because Moonshot's just kind of hard to get an angle on. Hopefully Sammy doesn't lose his boo too. That would be unfortunate. No, he's good. He's good. He's good. We still have area 4, Sammy. You got this. You can catch up. Okay, looks like Sammy's gonna get the Moonshot first try. We're gonna be moving on to a projector room. So what we gotta do here is cut through Billard's room, because Billard's not a required portrait ghost. Actually, I didn't explain that. So some of the portrait ghosts in this category, any percent, no out of bounds. Pretty much the rules for this category is that you just gotta complete the game as fast as possible without going out of bounds. And not all the portrait ghosts in Luigi's Mansion are required to do that. So, and Billard just happens to be one of them. Now we're gonna be seeing Foop set up, you know, the triples and such, or the doubles, you know, the multi-ghost suck-ups. They may look hard, but honestly, those ghost combos, or whatever you want to call them, aren't as difficult as they look. Especially the triple. It's probably one of the easiest triples to get in the game. Looks like Sammy's gonna get the double. Is he gonna get the triple, though? Looks like he's gonna possibly get this triple. Please, Sammy. Yes. Good job, Sammy. Actually, one thing I didn't mention is that you'll see that some of the rooms, they spawn these red chests, or there's like these red chests or whatever, and inside these chests hold Mario's items, which we need later on to catch a portrait ghost. So, that portrait ghost would be the fortune teller, because she tells you information about Mario when you give her the Mario's items that are scattered throughout the mansion. We'll actually be seeing Foop grab the last one here pretty soon. Wow, those were pretty good mobiles from, Okay, looks like, Sammy didn't forget. Good. He did not forget. Okay, looks like he's gonna get it. Come on, Sammy, you got this. And also, don't forget, Claire, or the mirror room boo, Sammy, don't forget. I don't know if you're listening. Now we're gonna be seeing a double portrait ghost room here, so, oh my gosh, please don't do this to us, Foop. Is he gonna go for the double? Okay, looks like he just gave up on it. He could not get the plane twin to, get out of the sky. Usually we don't set up the double just because it's hard to do, and most of the time it just wastes time. Come on, Foop, you got this. Oh, misread. So that'll be the last of Mario's items. Mario's shoe. Disgusting. Mario's a greasy boy. Nasty foot fungus. One thing too is that you'll notice that we were actually in these rooms earlier in Area 1, because this is the Area 1 hallway. We choose to get these boos at this time just because we have to come here anyways to get the twins, because the only time we can get the twins is in Area 3. So we just kind of backtrack for the boos, just because it's more efficient. Nice. So you see that Foop pulled off the bedcloth just a little bit because he's actually going to suck it up right after sucking up the boo. And like I said earlier, that's a way to do text skips in the game. Now we're going to be saying the most painful part of Luigi's Mansion, Clairvoyant. So I'm going to switch over to Sammy since Foop's going to be button mashing through a minute and 30 seconds of text. So we could switch back once Foop's done talking to the lady. Luigi's lady friend. Hopefully Sammy will be able to get this text skip too. Please? Yes, okay, that looked a little sketchy, but he got it. So another thing that you'll see that's a little funky is that we're able to scan the mirror in Lydia's room through the bedpost, but that's just because the bedpost doesn't have a hitbox, so we can actually just scan right through it to warp us back to the beginning of the mansion. Okay, we can see what Foop's up to now. Because Sammy's got a minute and 30 seconds of button mashing. Okay, don't lose the boost, Foop. You're letting him cackle a little too much. Okay, we're good. So there's other ways that the boo can cackle and leave, is that if Luigi's either too far away from the boo, or if the boo is flying too high. Now we're gonna be moving on, and actually on the way up to the attic, because that's where we gotta go next, is that we gotta grab ice because there's some element ghosts. Pretty much what you gotta do is match the opposite element that the ghost has inside its heart, and if you do that, it lets you shine your flashlight on them and suck them up. So we gotta grab ice because we got some water ghosts to freeze. Now we got our water ghost. I didn't see or catch if Sammy... Okay, he's not forgetting. Okay, good job. Okay, we're not forgetting a boo. Wait, did the boo run in there first? I'm confused. I missed it. Okay, he's not going to forget to grab this boo though. Okay, good. Looks like we got some key shenanigans going on here. Oh no. Foop, come on, grab the key. Just barely out of reach. Feels bad. So you'll notice that he just got into his pause screen real quick, and that's because he switched to the alternative control method for Luigi's Mansion sidestep mode. So pretty much what happens is that the control stick and the C stick are just like completely independent now. So you got to control the way that the flashlight is facing with the C stick instead of the control stick, so it's not bound to Luigi's, like what direction Luigi's facing anymore. And that's gonna be useful later for another part coming up soon after our third area boss, Boolossus. Pretty much what Boolossus is that it's 15 boos that combine together to form one mega Boolossus. And we'll be seeing shortly that we got a strat here to do this quite quickly. So what we're going to do is that we're going to run all the way to the right side, and we got these unicorns or Pegasus that can flip the boo into its 15 boos, and we got to grab the ice to freeze the boos to suck them up. So what we just did there, or what Luigi does there, is that we back up so we can get the boost to like group together. Is he gonna get this? Oh my gosh, just barely getting the one cycle. Very barely. Oh my gosh, I bet he's clenching right now. Hopefully we can see the same from Sammy here. I think they're about a minute or so apart right now. No, a little bit more than a minute. But Area 4 is coming up for Foop, so Area 4 is definitely the hardest area for the game, in the game, and you can lose a lot of time in this area, so Foop's just gotta play Area 4 well. But who knows what could happen in Area 4. Oh wow, is this gonna be nice? Oh no, please come on, Sammy, you got this. Oh my gosh, oh barely again. We got a boo straggler on the right side. He didn't quite group up, but good for Sammy. He got that one cycle. Very good job, Sammy. Oh, it looks like Foop's gonna grab fire here. We're gonna be using that a little later because we need it for Area 4. So we're just gonna grab it on our way up to the rooftop. And this is where the sidestep control scheme comes into play. Is because after going to the area that you unlock in Area 4 with the key that you got from Boolossus, it actually causes lightning to strike the mansion and we lose power. So we gotta figure out what's going on here. So we call this part blackout, and pretty much that's just because it's a blackout and we have no power. So we gotta get the power. We gotta get the power back on. I actually don't remember how you're supposed to find out casually, like when you're playing the game, how you're supposed to know where to go for this part. But pretty much what we're doing is that we're backtracking to the wardrobe room where we have another portrait ghost called Grimly, and the way that he works is RNG, so pretty much he just randomly, you know, has like some type of like heart attack or whatever to show his heart, and he just shows his heart at random times. And since we don't need sidestep, you're going to see Foop switch back over to the regular, original controls for Luigi, just because it's a lot easier. to just play the game. Sidestep is definitely not optimal. But we do have to go back up there because when you catch Grimly, it does give us a key that we do need. He's the key guardian. But you'll see that we flip the breaker switch here and magically all the power turns back on, so... We're moving on to cellar room. It looks like Foop's just gonna take it safe. So there's a strat in this room pretty much where you can set up those two ghosts that spawn here for a double. Can be a little tricky to do, but once you got it down, it's pretty easy to do. Just takes a little bit of time to learn it. I think there's booze in the top right barrel. I think. He was, or at least the decoy or the boo was in there. Fortunately, the switch wasn't horrible. A little bit of a slow boo find, but not the worst thing ever for Foop. Now that we got cellar room, we got a key. We're gonna go all the way back up to the attic. So it's quite a long walk for Luigi. We're gonna be seeing Sammy here getting the breaker room switch pretty soon. Yo, Adam, if you would love to join me right now, I would appreciate it, but we're almost done with the run. But if you would love to join me, I would very much appreciate it. I'm not sure if you can actually join in right now, so I'm not sure how you can do that. So Sammy's also going to take this safe. Odd. It's very possible that neither of them have done it before, so they just don't feel comfortable setting up the double. Adam, how are you? Adam.
My bad.
What? What's wrong?
Turns out I don't have the tournament commentator role. So I didn't know you were alone.
Unfortunate. Oh my.
All right.
Adam.
While things are happening here, give me the lowdown on this race.
So Foop is very far ahead of Sammy right now because Sammy missed a couple boos and such. So, but it's area 4. Anything can happen.
That's fair.
Ooh, Foop's gonna get a tasty double here.
A tasty double?
Yeah. Wait. Wait. What just happened? Did that? Wait. Wait. Did the ghost break off or did it not break off? Did you see that?
I'll be honest, I didn't.
Okay, he did suck up the blue one. So the blue soldier broke off at 0 HP, but still got sucked up into his vacuum. It was really weird.
You know, that makes sense, right?
What the heck? So, you may be wondering right now is why Foop didn't opt to suck up those ghosts, but since there's like 6 shy guys there, it'd be kind of difficult to set up a suck up there, so it's just better to flame them all, because it's almost just as fast as...
Just burn them.
Yeah, just burn them. Now Sammy's gonna be doing the toy soldiers. He's doing them dirty. Did Sammy mess up a suck up?
And I'm fully here now. I was getting things set up, but I'm fully here now. Hello.
You can see the commentating stream, or the commentator stream. Already moving on in Foop Stream to the armory room, one of the most dreadful rooms of Area 4, just because it's, I don't know, it's a little hard to do, so... Oh, wow, that's... I think Foop's just gonna catch the ghost. Yeah, he is. Oh, no, what are you doing, Foop? This is odd, Foop, what are you doing? Oh, the red guy despawned. Optimally, I think he should have just grabbed the red ghost after he grabbed onto him. I think. Could be wrong, but... So, what makes this room so difficult is because there's so many objects in this room, and our Wii's and GameCubes are just not up to handle this task, and what happens is that our frame rate drops, and it slows down the game speed. It can make it really difficult to suck up this boo in particular, just because we have to fight against our muscle memory with the R pumps and watch his HP to determine when to R pump.
But once you kind of know what you're doing there, it's not too bad of a thing.
It's just not fun. No fun.
And really, all things considered, Sammy's not too far behind here.
No, he's not. Not awfully behind. I'd say at this point, maybe around a minute or so. Not, I don't know, more than a minute at this point, I think. I don't know how far behind to determine. I can't determine the space right now. Well, they're both in Area 4, so that's good.
It'd be troubling if they both weren't in Area 4 at this point.
Yeah, no, 50 some minutes in. Nope. We can hope.
Well, hopefully Sammy has a good armory, but it looks like he got a good RNG here, most likely. JK.
Oh no.
JK, bro.
Come on, dude.
RNG?
Curse.
The worst RNG of all time? But, oh no, the R pump.
Oh my, that's so unfortunate.
So hopefully for Sammy here, the boo goes back down and not right.
Yeah, let's hope.
Okay,
Yeah,
everything's
go back
fine.
down. Good.
Playing a little risky there, not having the boo.
Where's the boo?
He didn't let it like go through all the way.
Okay.
So now he gets to play the risk. Yeah, he went early. He was a little hasty. There we go. He waited that time. I get the the going fast mentality there, but like that boost specifically, you don't want to do that if it's going that direction.
Now we're going to be seeing on Foop's screen a very odd boo to catch just because we're on the ice and Luigi just slides around. So sometimes it's hard to control Luigi's movement with this boo. And in particular, if that boo double cackles, it can make it a little bit of a nightmare to catch him. But it looks like Foop got it just fine and he's going to save warp.
Yeah, Foop is looking pretty assured here in what he's got going on.
Yeah.
Unless he really messes up Vangor or Crown Thefts, he's looking pretty solid here.
For sure. Looks like he's got a really nice run going.
That trouble with Sammy in the armory boo did not help.
No, definitely not. Anyways, we're going to be seeing Foop go back up to the attic for, like, what, the third, fourth time, something like that. And he's going to be going to Van Gore's room. Technically, our second to last portrait goes to Catching the Mansion. So,
Hardest boss in the game.
I think the thing with Van Gore, isn't he the one that, like, He's the one that painted all the ghosts and such and put them around the mansion, right? Something like that.
Yeah, but it's interesting because even after you get him, the ghost still exists in the mansion. So rip the lore.
Rip lore. 2001 Nintendo thing. Oh wow,
I mean-
unfortunate for Sammy. So for Sammy right now, we're gonna be catching the Weston Porter Ghost, and this Porter Ghost can be really difficult in general because you're on the ice, and Weston pulls back against Luigi quite strongly, so it can make it really hard to catch him. And unfortunately for Sammy, he got hit by one of the icicles that was coming down from the ceiling. So far, actually no, I'm not gonna say it. No curse. Oh wow.
Ooh.
Sammy, oh my. Sammy losing all the booze. Oh no, yeah, I kind of had
You-
that angle that he had was a little weird.
You didn't have to say it to curse it.
I was about to be like, wow, this is looking really good for Foop.
Oh, you got a great Van Gogh triple thing going on here.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
That's actually really bad. Because now there's gonna be bananas all over the floor. Actually, they're pretty close by here.
Luigi's gotta pick up all the trash.
Oh, he tried, dude.
Bummer.
I like the attempt at the manipulated double.
Man, he's no janitor.
That's one of the most time-wise. That's one of the most punishing triples to miss.
For sure. Yeah, no, this sucks. For him, that probably... That's so unfortunate. The banana ghosts are really dangerous. Gonna give Sammy maybe a little time to catch up. But at this point, I don't think Sammy, Foop's gotta mess up really bad. Chrome.
I think without that happening, Foop could have PB'd here.
Yeah, I actually think he... What does he got? I think he's got a 1
An hour 36.
An hour 36. Oh no.
So I think he can still get this. I think without that mishap there, he could have PB'd.
Oh no, 2 double cackles.
Yeah, this will be a 3 cycle most likely, unless he's a god. He's trying to pull him back a little bit, but oh, that's
3
another
double
double cackle.
cackles.
Yeah, GG.
I don't know if he knows, but because the boo was flying quite low there, and when trying to do boo dragging, you can't let him fly too low or he's gonna not drag. A little unfortunate, but
He gets a legendary Van Gogh text after Van Gogh.
are Sammy's triples going well? I hope they are.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Come on, you got this. Nice. Okay. That made me a little worried just because they were the way that they were separated. Ooh.
Interesting.
Wow, not that bad.
Could you
That was
imagine this poison mushroom hits Foop? Okay.
That was... Oh my. So pretty much what the poison mushrooms do, because we didn't get to see it this run, but if you get by one, it shrinks Luigi, and you can't really do anything for like 10 seconds or so.
What a slap in the face that would be.
Yeah, it looks like Foop's on pace for like a really low 101. Not a bad race time with his PB.
So we need to see things majorly go wrong here. If you're a Sammy fan here. 136 is real good.
Yeah, no, that's definitely good. Looks like he's got, oh no, please don't leave the room. Okay, he's good. I don't know if it double cackled, but it looks like, oh wow, he missed an R pump, or a little late on an R pump. Oh, please, 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 Sammy, no 4 cycle. Don't be me.
Don't be me. I just picked that up.
Yeah, did you see in the Discord?
No, I didn't.
I was on 58 pace and I lost like 15 or 20 seconds in Vanguard room to because I force cycled the boo.
Oof.
I was on pace. It would have been like a 58, but what are you gonna do?
Sad boys.
Sad boys.
Wow, that boo's pretty high up in the air, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna get the damage off for this first cycle. So pretty much with this.
Nope.
No, he could do it. Come on, Foop. I don't know if he's gonna YOLO this. At this point, he could, and he could win.
If it was you, are you playing it safe?
I mean,
I think even with a slow 3, he's winning this right now, but...
yeah, for sure with the slow 3, because once Sammy talks to King Boo, it takes like 2 minutes to the end of the game, so Foop's like 2 minutes ahead of Sammy or something like that. Looks like Foop's just gonna go for it.
Nope.
Yeah, he's not gonna get this. Not enough damage.
Nopers! Those 2 cycles were almost identical to each other. Actually.
Oh, please don't stand there. Oh, please.
No,
don't
he's good.
soft
He's
lock.
fine.
Okay. Because if you stand in a certain spot, you can actually like almost soft lock the game with Bowser. Because they're just like going this loop back and forth where he's running back.
It's kind of like if you stand on that black line or just near it.
Oh my gosh! I did that once and it ruined my life.
Oof. Here we go. This is Sammy's moment.
Come on, Sammy.
Oh, you got it off.
Rip.
GG.
Okay, looks like we're gonna have a 101.43 for FoopJohnson.
FoopJohnson.
Johnson. Good job, Foop.
And Foop. Where is it? Is this a round 2 match? Is this a? I don't even see it on here. Here we are.
Yeah, I think this is a round. Oh no, is this a round 3 match?
Yeah, it's a round 2.
Round 2 match.
A loser's round 2, I should say. Sorry.
It looks like Sammy's got a really strong start on. Yeah, 250 flat. That's good. Looks like Sammy's gonna hopefully get a 2 cycle. That was a really strong 1 cycle from Sammy. Very good job. Pretty much you just can't 1 cycle King Boo because you don't have, like, there's like a timer on King Boo and you just don't have enough time to deal damage or the required damage to suck up King Boo. Wow. Wow. This is a really nice, nice 2 cycle from Sammy. Very good.
That was very good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Anyways, if anybody wants to hop in here for an interview, we would love it.
We gonna talk to the boys.
Our boys.
In the meantime, though, there's some other things. Logistics to speak of. We have some stuff going on here.
I think Sammy has just joined the Discord. Hello, Sammy.
Maybe.
Oh, we got Foop.
Yo,
Yo, what up, Foop? How you feeling?
decent. That was fun.
How do you feel about your run?
I feel like everything was really good, and I played better than I expected, except for Van Gore's room.
Yes, you didn't 104. Everything was
cool.
pretty good until, like, yeah, that King Boo was a little rough, but
The King Boo was fine. It was whatever. It was really just Van Gore that kind of annoyed me.
anyways, hopefully Sammy can get his mic working.
So far,
Makes it hard.
So, were you at PB pace any point in the run?
I was at PB pace up until Area 4, and then I lost it all.
In Area 4?
Yeah.
Sammy's mic it says it's being detected for like a second and then it cuts out. Hopefully we can interview Sammy, but that is a nice victory for you, Foop. You played very well, actually.
I was not expecting to.
I think you probably lost around don't know. I think the kangaroos were probably like 20 seconds or something like that.
Unfortunately.
But I was wondering if you're gonna yellow it or not. So
Well, I kind of at that point was like, I may as well just go for this recycle King Boo and just hope for the best, really.
in your area, I don't know. There were some parts that made me find my heart drop and such.
Well,
Especially Nana Boo. Oh my gosh. I thought I was
Oof.
gonna leave.
that was like tense for the entire time. Like, I did not take any chances with that because if I let it move even a slight amount, it would just not be there.
Yeah, I would just leave. And that Boo sucks when it leaves because you gotta walk all the way around the room.
The actual yarn balls though for Nana, I did really well, I think.
Looks like Sammy might have his mic working now.
Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
we can.
All right.
How you
Very
Hey,
good.
feeling?
Sammy.
My mic's been having a mind of its own today. I don't know what's going on.
That's unfortunate. But how you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. This run definitely had its mistakes. Big props to Foop. He played really well and he executed really well. I definitely fell short in a couple of areas, but you know, we cleaned it up in the end. I definitely was happy with my 2 cycle at the end. That was good. It was close, but I was very happy to do that at least.
What about? I'm actually curious. Did either of you listen to the restream while running?
No, I didn't.
No.
Okay.
Good.
Why?
I was
Yeah,
just
what's that?
worried because there were some chokes and stuff from both of you in parts, and I was
Were
like,
you-
I hope
was-
you're not
was,
listening
uh,
to the restream.
Was GC doing his typical thing where he says nice things about the run and then they immediately mess up?
I was barely here, to be honest, so.
Yeah, no, Foop, that's why it went all terribly wrong in Area 4, because that's when you joined in. You just missed it from that moment.
You're horrible, dude.
Anyways, we're gonna get set up going, I believe, here for this next match momentarily.
Yes.
Which,
I
One of your commentators here, Mr. Beater Band,
Peter Pan.
got whooped.
is going to be going against Blue Hits right here on twitch.tv/speedgaming2. So stick around if you want to see another good race. In the meantime, please, if you are ever so inclined, feel free to give either of these runners a follow. They do the stream, and then you do the watch.
That's a great way to describe it.
And yeah.
And yeah, like I said, if you're into good races, stick around. We'll be back. It's scheduled for about 10 minutes from now, 15 minutes from now. So
Yeah, I have to get ready for losing.
It's okay. It's
Beater
not
Band's
that
gonna get
bad.
ready for winning.
I promise. It's not that bad.
I'm gonna cry.
We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
See you guys. Thank you for watching.